Hello everyone, welcome to Calgary Real Estate 2023 Recap and early 2024 Outlook. I'm Uros Markovic, Calgary area realtor, and today we will cover everything that happened in 2023 and how it ended, and my prediction of 2024. So over 1,300 people in Calgary got a new house for Christmas. But how much did they have to pay? The Calgary Real Estate Board says prices are up and the market is hot. But is that the whole story? We are going to go through the December sales statistics, do a quick review of 2023, and also make a prediction and what you can expect our market to be like in 2024. First, let's discuss the overall Calgary market and how it went in December. The Calgary Real Estate Board is reporting that prices are up once again. This time by over 10% from December of 2022. In each of the last 5 months we have heard a similar story from the board, that we have seen year-over-year price increases. But it doesn't seem like the things have changed at all that much in the second half of the year. Looking at this graph here, you can see that average price in Calgary in December has basically been the same for 5 months, indicating that the most of Calgary's gain happened at the beginning of this year, and pricing has been holding steady at around 570,000. We can also see that total sales have followed the traditional seasonal decline, culminating at an annual low of just over 1,300 sales in December, which, as it happens, is about 15% more than we saw in December last year. Given that the overall average price in Calgary has been consistent for the last 5 months of the year, the same can be said for each of individual asset classes that feed into the overall average. In December, the average price of a detached property was $697,500, up 12% from the last year, but also slightly down from November. Semi-detached properties sold for a little bit less, as they always do, for $627,100, up the same 12% year over year, but nearly identical to the November numbers. And row townhouses and apartment condos continue their breakout year in Calgary, each up nearly 20% year over year to $425,100 and $321,400. Again, those are almost exactly the same prices as the previous month. So, did we end up the year in a buyer's market or the seller's market? Well, in December we closed out the year with the months of supply metric of just 1.58, which is very much the seller's market territory, as we have been through all year. In fact, if you look at this trend heading into 2024, you can see why the most signs are pointing towards another really good year for Calgary. We are well below balanced market conditions and solidly within seller's market territory, with no threat in pricing across any of the asset classes in the second half of the year, despite sales following their predictable seasonal decline. Our read is that Calgary is gearing up for another big year in a record sale price increases and sales gains. 2023 won't be considered a breakout year for Calgary real estate in a sense of our overall market that happened in 2020 and 2021. However, the last year will be known for a resurgence of apartment condo segment and establishment of the raw townhouse asset class as the new starter home for small families moving to Alberta. 5 or 6 years ago, the story was absolutely gut in the condos market. A hangover from the boom years in 2013 and 2014, there were dozens of condo towers built that oversupplied our market and depressed apartment-style condo prices for more than a half decade. But this past year, things changed. Overheated and overpriced markets in Ontario and BC have made Alberta look like an excellent value by comparison, and in those markets condos are a much bigger piece of our real estate pie than they traditionally have been in Alberta. So when buyers from GTA worked their way to Alberta and found such relatively cheap condos available, they snapped them up quickly. And as net migration into Alberta has continued to grow, we have seen condo living break out in Calgary in a way that we have not seen for decades. It is exciting for our market for many reasons, and the trend we'll be watching in 2024. Raw houses by extension have become much more valuable and, in our opinion, now represent a new starter homes for young families in Alberta. as you can find 3 bedrooms and garage for under $400K in Calgary with a relatively modest condo fees. Detached pricing has climbed significantly and will almost certainly eclipse $700K next year. And with the apartment condos making up a bigger and bigger share of our market, it will put even more pressure on the special little island of affordability that is raw townhouse segment. In other news, Calgary finally has complete ring road. As a resident of Southwest Calgary, were treated to a special holiday gift when the last segment of the road was completed. This is a game changer for southwest part of the city, as access to the central Calgary and the airport is now much easier than before. So, what in our early predictions of 2024? Well, we think we are going to see another strong year in Calgary with a solid single-digit price growth amid sellers market conditions all year long. The detached segment will do even crazier things this year, given the recent equity build-up in a more affordable condo and townhouse segment, as those owners seek to trade up in a detached segment where little new supply is being added. So, if you have been on a fence contemplating going into the detached homes in the suburbs, it will only get more challenging in the years to come. So it is never a bad time to start looking. This would be all for this time. If you have any real estate related questions, thinking of moving up or down or investing, I'm here to help. Have a great 2024.